Elevators are quite useful for us to traverse elevation within a structure, especially given the limitations of construction components and the area footprint. In a world without space engineers' jetpacks, extremely weak jetpacks, or high gravity, a piston-powered elevator may be a viable option for you. Pistons can extend and retract through their full length with a high amount of force and a minimal amount of power consumption. Given these limitations, this makes a ground vehicle and an elevator superior to a flying vehicle in the confined space. The elevator design is easy to work with and visualize at a larger scale. Stacking pistons allows platform movement and limits the amount of space required for our mechanism. In this large grid example, each floor is 7 blocks tall and each level is a full block thick. At these measurements, we require 20 meters to move from one floor to the next. A pair of pistons will traverse their full 10 meters to make this movement to each floor. The first piston pair has a piston that is not set to its full extension. This piston offset allows for the elevator to be aligned to the ground floor and every floor after. If the floors are of different heights, more piston limitations will be required to make the elevator stop at each floor cleanly. To establish a floor setting for each piston, contract all the pistons and adjust piston maximum limits one piston at a time from the base. This is the ground floor. A timer block configured for the current extension and retraction of all pistons will return the elevator to this position. Once established, move to the next piston and adjust the extensions to reach the next floor. Repeat this process until all floors have been reached. Timer blocks on the elevator direct each piston to extend or retract as necessary to stop at each level. A single timer block can call or send the elevator to a given floor. A button panel at the floor triggers the appropriate timer block to call the elevator. An additional button panel on the elevator will send the elevator to the desired floor. Placing the timer blocks on the elevator allows them to be part of the subgrid structure. Once established and separated from the main grid, the elevator parts can be easily renamed. The elevator can be copied and pasted multiple times to save duplication of effort. When designing your elevators, ensure you have a functional amount of space for the elevator mechanism and the vehicles it will transfer. A large area on the floor will be ideal for repositioning vehicles before or after vehicle use. Safety elements such as door or barricades on the elevator and elevator shaft also add to the realism and limit interference with the elevator mechanism. Until next time, go forth and build great things. See you then.